Hi yogis, my name is Emily Henderson and this class is all for the neck and shoulders. Oftentimes, especially myself, I work at a computer a lot of the time, so I'm feeling a little hunched over, even just driving, being on your phone. So this class is a lot about opening up the shoulders and finding a little bit more openness in the chest as well. And we'll get into the neck a little bit too in the beginning. So we'll start by finding a comfortable seated position. If you'd like to sit up on a blanket, you can feel free. This might release any tension in the knees and hips for you. So start by closing the eyes and connecting into your breath. Trying to count 3 on the way in and 3 counts on the way out. Repeating that again, inhaling deeply and exhaling, letting go. One more time like that, inhaling deeply and exhaling, letting go. You can keep the eyes closed or blink the eyes open. We'll release the left ear towards the left shoulder. If you'd like to bring the right fingertips out to the side or even maybe slightly behind, this is a nice option to bring that a little bit deeper. We continue to open that left shoulder and relax the shoulders away from the ears. You can also look down towards the right shoulder to get into a different part of the neck. If you'd like some movement here, you can nod the head yes, really slowly, getting into the back of the left side of the neck. Gently roll the chin to center, release the left hand, and arrive back at center, rolling the shoulders up and down the back a few times. So rolling the shoulders up and back. One more time. And now we'll release the left ear towards the left shoulder. The right fingertips will come out to the side, maybe even walking them slightly behind you. And then looking down towards the shoulder if that felt good on the other side. Maybe nodding the head yes, if you'd like a little bit of movement. One more breath here. And slowly releasing the chin to the chest. And coming back through center. Now rolling the shoulders forward. Taking your time. You can even kind of move the arms a little bit and get the arms involved. And then we'll finish by rolling the shoulders up and down the back to really keep the heart open. Moving into some circles with the neck, we'll release the left ear towards the left shoulder, chin to chest, right ear to right shoulder, and gently looking up. Repeating 3 circles in this direction, taking your time, moving really slowly. If there's any cracks or popping happening in the neck, that's totally normal. As long as it's not extremely painful, then you're good. And then we'll change the direction of those circles. So moving slowly, ear to the shoulder, chin to chest, the opposite ear to the shoulder, and looking up. Repeating that a few more times. Arriving back at center, we'll come on to hands and knees. Spreading the fingers really wide, knees below the hips, untucking the toes, coming to downward facing dog. Pedaling the feet out here, bending into one knee and then the other. Focusing more on the length from the wrists all the way up to the hips versus getting the heels to the ground and the legs straight. We want to find a long spine and then the hamstrings will follow.
Walking the feet towards the top of the mat, coming to a really deep forward fold here. We're bending the knees deeply, so we're releasing the lower back and grabbing opposite elbows, shifting side to side. And switching the grip of your elbows and continue swaying, kind of like your body is a pendulum of a clock. Releasing the hands down, deep bend through the knees. We'll slowly roll up to standing. Inhale, raising the arms up. Then exhale, hands through heart center. Releasing the hands down by the sides. Palms will face back. We'll inhale, raising the arms up into a V. And then exhale, releasing the hands down. Repeating that again. Inhale, raising the arms up. And exhale, releasing them down. Really simple movements, but we're just getting into the rotator cuff here. Inhale, raising the arms up to a V. And exhale, down. This time, the arms will be parallel, palms will face each other, and we'll raise the arms up. Interlace the fingers and push the hands away from you. Really finding length through the spine. And then exhale, when you release the arms, feel as though you're moving through honey or molasses, so there's a lot of resistance there, feeling the shoulder blades fall into place. Interlace the fingers behind the back, and we'll open up the heart. Trying to get the palms to touch versus the arms to straighten. We're really trying to protect our shoulders here. Gently release the arms on your exhale. Inhale, we'll repeat that, raising the arms up, palms face each other, biceps are next to the ears, interlacing the fingers and pushing the hands away. Then exhale, releasing the arms really slowly with resistance. You can even close the eyes here and notice how it feels in the body. Interlace the fingers behind the back, opening up the heart. And exhale, release. One last time. Inhale, raising the arms up. Interlacing the fingers, pushing the hands away. And exhale, releasing down. This time, as we interlace the fingers behind the back, I invite you to welcome a slight back bend. You can bend the knees, pushing the hips forward and gently open through the spine. It doesn't have to be super drastic. And then exhale, release. Shake those arms out a little bit. And we'll inhale, raising the arms, and swan dive forward fold as you release. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold, placing the hands down, stepping back to plank. We'll lower all the way down onto the stomach. Bringing the fingertips off of the mat so that we're coming into a wide cobra here. So we want the elbows to be pointing towards the ceiling. Pushing through the tops of the feet, the knees will raise off. Inhale, opening the heart. Exhale, dropping the right shoulder down while we look towards the left. Taking one breath here. And then inhale back through center, switching sides. Left shoulder releases, we look over towards the right. Inhale through center. One breath per movement. Exhaling, right shoulder down, looking towards the left. Inhale through center. Left shoulder down, looking towards the right. Last time here. Inhaling up. Exhale, release the right shoulder. Inhale through center. Left shoulder releases, looking towards the right. Back to center. Bringing the hands underneath the shoulders, we'll arrive in downward facing dog. Pedaling out the feet here. And to get a stretch into the upper back, we're going to take the right hand and bring it towards the left foot. You can place it on the mat. You can bring the hand by the thigh, the shin, or even the ankle. Really spreading the fingers of that left hand really wide and releasing the knees so that we're not locking out the joint. You can look under that left armpit if it feels okay in the neck, or of course you can look down at the ground. Wringing out the upper back here and really gaining some strength in that left shoulder. Placing the right hand down, pedaling the feet out for a moment, finding your alignment, and switching sides. So now the left hand comes to the right thigh, shin, or ankle, or even on the mat. You can place it down wherever it feels best. Looking under the right shoulder here. using the breath to find a calm pose. In yoga, it's not necessarily about how it looks, but it's how it feels. So if it feels calm, if it feels aligned, then you're doing everything right. Placing the left hand down, pedaling out the feet, opening the knees wide, sitting the hips low, coming into child's pose. The forehead will meet the mat. We'll roll the head from side to side, releasing into the neck. Coming up to hands and knees. We'll come to a comfortable seated position so that we can focus on the hips and the shoulders together. This is one of my favorite, getting everything in one yoga poses. So lots of different variations. You can actually use a block in this one too. So a couple different options. I'm going to start by crossing the right foot over the left knee. You can bring the knees so that they're in line together, and then the feet can be close to you, or you can walk them out so that there's almost a parallel line. Oftentimes, especially when I started, this was a really tight pose, so I like to stack my feet and knees in line sometimes. And when I started, I used to use a block under the knee, so it would make it a little bit more restful. So finding your pose and finding yourself settling in. So we cross the right foot over. So the right arm, we're going to extend the arms out. The right arm comes underneath. And options here, the back of the hands can press together. You can bring the palms together, or you can always grab opposite shoulders here. Finding the pose that works best for you on this side. And wherever your elbows are, just keeping them in line with the shoulders here. So inhale, we'll raise the elbows up, and exhale, releasing the elbows down. And as we move up and down, the shoulders stay where they are. See, the shoulders aren't raising towards the ears. The shoulders are staying, but the elbows are moving here. We'll take one more round lifting, and then as you exhale, curling the elbows towards the stomach, releasing towards a forward fold. It might not be a very drastic forward fold here, since it is a very compressed pose, but just feel the stretch in the shoulders and hips. Coming up through center, release the arms. It's a very intense stretch, so I like to stretch my arms out to the side and then release. And gently walk the hands forward, releasing the chin to the chest, stretching into the neck, letting the spine be long, and releasing into this stretch. Slowly coming back up, and we will switch sides. I like to extend my legs out and give them a little break and shake it out a little bit. And then switching now. So the right leg crosses. Again, you've got options. You can stack the feet with the block, cross the knees with the feet close, or the feet out to the sides. Now, since the left leg is on top, the left arm is going to come under. So we reach the arms out. The left arm comes under. We wrap the palms or grab opposite shoulders. I'm going to do the shoulders holding on this side. So here, again, the shoulders are in line with the elbows. We'll raise the elbows up, leaving the shoulders where they are, and release them down. Repeating that again. Inhale, raising the elbows up. And exhale down. Inhaling here. Then exhale, release towards your forward fold. Again, it doesn't have to be very drastic. We're just aiming for a stretch. Slowly coming up through center. Releasing the arms out to the sides. Stretching the legs out in front of you and shaking it out. Next, we'll come into altar pose. This is a really nice one and gets pretty deeply into my shoulders because it's a great heart opener. So placing the feet on the ground, hands will come behind you, fingers are facing the toes. When we push through the feet, we'll raise the hips, opening the heart towards the ceiling. Taking another breath here.
exhale, releasing down. Taking that again with the knees bent, or you can straighten the legs this time. On your inhale, pushing through the hips, raising the hips towards the ceiling, relaxing the chin to the chest, or looking straight towards the ceiling. Avoid letting your head drop back to protect the neck. Exhale, releasing down. Shifting side to side, kind of windshield wipering your knees side to side. We'll lay down on the mat. Bring a block with you, or you can also use a book or a stack of books if you have some at home. We're going to release the neck onto the block. So scoot forward, looking back at the block, bringing the head onto the block so that right where the head connects with the spine is what's resting on the edge of the block. So this corner of the block right here is right up against my neck and head. Take a moment here. If this doesn't feel comfortable, you can always lower it down as well. Just make sure it's right on the edge. Slowly, really simply, we're just going to turn the head towards the right. And you'll feel maybe some tightness, maybe not, but you'll notice there's a bit of a bump in the back of the head. And when you find that space, see if you can release any pressure there. You can keep kind of rolling the head if you'd like, focusing on the right side, kind of exploring the different parts of your neck. If something feels really open, awesome. If something feels tight, maybe taking a few breaths there with the block. One more breath here on the right side. And release through center, and we'll switch sides. The left ear now releases towards the left shoulder. We turn the head towards the left. And finding that spot in the back of the neck. You might need to make adjustments. Like for me, this side feels a little different, so I wanted to move the block. Again, if you want to explore, you can roll the neck slightly. If you find a spot that's a little tight, take a deep breath there. Inhale, coming back to center. Removing the block, and allowing the back of the head to meet the ground. Just rolling the head side to side, seeing if anything feels different or anything feels new. Squeezing the knees into the chest. We'll rock side to side, finding some length in the lower back. Bringing the head up towards the knees, we'll bring everything to center, kind of squeezing in, giving ourselves a little hug. And then as you exhale, releasing down, extending the legs long. Arms come down by the sides for a little Shavasana. Allow gravity to support you here. Without making any movements, just connect back to your breath, back to this present moment. When you're ready, bringing some movement into the fingers and toes, maybe rolling your head side to side.
We'll bend the knees into the chest, rolling over onto either side, using the upper arm as a pillow for the head. Pushing up through the hand, keeping the eyes closed, we'll make our way to a comfortable seat. And the hands will meet at the heart center. Rolling the shoulders down the back and feeling that new openness. And that with practice and focus, our posture can always improve. And when our posture improves, the breath is able to flow a little bit deeper, become more open, which results in a calmer and happier mind. Always know that the light and love within me is so honored to witness the light and love within each of you. Namaste. Thank you so much for your practice today. If you enjoyed this, feel free to visit our website. It's yogatx.org to sign up for our newsletter, and then you'll know about all the new videos coming out. And if you'd like to keep in touch with me, you can follow my Instagram at EmilyHenderson_yoga. I also have a Facebook group called Emily Henderson Yoga ATX for all the events that I'm doing in Austin. Thank you so much.